Hi, I'm the English teacher, Miss Chen. We're starting a new chapter of Gratitude Journal as part of school's Positive Meaning initiative. Our goal is to identify and address any dysfunctional beliefs or thought patterns that may be negatively impacting us. These thought loops can create repetitive and compulsive patterns of thinking that limit our growth and well being. By asking ourselves reflective questions and cultivating a practice of gratitude, we can actively work towards renewing our minds and experiencing positive transformation. Our journal topic this time is academic life. Please turn to page 6 of your journal. Before introducing any city story, we start by drawing the spirit animal of each subject. I studied English literature for 12 years since secondary 1. I loved it, so my spirit animal for English literature is my dog when I was a kid, a golden retriever. However, math is my demon and I used to resist exam because I failed math. My spirit animal for math would be something like this. At this moment, take a few minutes to draw your spirit animals for different subjects. Once you've completed your drawings, feel free to share them with the person next to you. Time to stop your journaling, and this time we have Miss R. We are grateful to have a special guest, Miss R, who will be sharing her personal life story with us. You are welcome to speculate on the meaning of the letter R. You may find out who she is. It was a story from kindergarten. My mother was strict when it comes to my studies, and I feared her. That night, she helped me with my dictation, as always. She asked me to spell word, but then I spelled it wrong. And then she picked up the paper, tore it apart, and threw it into the rubbish bin. When I reached secondary school, I told myself, I'm doing it for DSC. In the end, for my best 5 DSC results, I got 1 5-star and 4 5 stars. However, when I moved on to university, focusing on my studies and work became painful. I procrastinated and struggled to concentrate. I was always distracted, switching from one thing to another. It became challenging for me to focus on one thing and commit to it fully. Studying was with punishment, and it produced self-doubt, fear, and anxiety within me, which lingered over time. At the age of 20, I decided to quit the DSC program I chose. I enrolled in another program and started from zero. To other students who are watching, do not motivate yourselves with fear of exams, fear of being worse than others, fear of punishment. It's time to throw all of these demons into the rubbish bin. Because learning is actually a lifelong process. This is the end of Miss R's story. If you were Miss R, what would you do at that moment? Pick up that dictation book from the rubbish bin and continue study on your own? Leave that dictation book in the rubbish bin and walk away? Cry and wait until your mother comforts you? Or argue with your mother about why she was so mean? Write down on your journal of all the choices here, or you can add other choices. Then circle the options you would take, and on the next page, write down why would you make that choice and how that option affects you later in life, especially when it comes to studies. After all, let's engage in some solo and silent journaling. What have been the most challenging moments in my schooling or in my studies? How did you feel? How did these moments affect your attitude towards studying? Are they motivating or are they discouraging? Next, what did you overcome when it comes to schoolwork? Maybe it's like I managed to finish one set of past paper, I've improved by 1 mark, I was in the top 10 of the class. After reflecting on what we have overcome, can we use the same momentum and then reflect on, is there anything worth loving when it comes to that challenging subject, challenging task? Initially, I thought of math as a monster, but then I discovered that doing math was actually calming and made me lose track of time. English, in fact, gave me so much anxiety because it does not come with a right answer. It seems like math is the subject that later on in life gives me so much confidence than English. Is there any prejudice that I've associated with that subject or that task? So, could I view that subject with a fresh pair of eyes? Would we pause for a minute, leave behind any prejudice, and love them once again? After all, is there anything you need to accept? Failures, carelessness, weaknesses, things do not necessarily go the way you want. Improvement takes time, even much longer than you expect. I cannot escape from the main subject. Sometimes we are careless, or that thing is actually our weakness. And sometimes things are not limited to a binary of 0 or 100. Right now, let's engage in silent and solo journaling. Our final note is motivation is just locked up. We unlock our motivation by reviewing the past moments, renewing our minds, and falling in love with the present again. Never forget that learning is a lifelong process. That's why our topic today is academic life. At the end, we want to leave you a Bible verse. With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. This is the end of our second last journaling session. We will see you next time.